Hello and welcome everyone. If you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box. And please also let me know where you are from. Thank you. We will very shortly start the meeting. Thank you all here. And please also let me know where you're from. Italy is in the house. Welcome all here from Italy. London, welcome from London. We have Birmingham in the house. Cameroon, wow. Welcome. The USA, welcome from the USA. Kainesh from London again. Welcome from London. Welcome from wherever you are all over the world. So again, my name is Dr. Jav. I'm a Forex and cryptocurrency trader, and I have been trading now for several years. I'm also an e-commerce entrepreneur. I set up my first e-commerce business well over a decade ago. So again, welcome everyone to the call. My name is Dr. Jav, and just to make it clear, we'll try and keep this presentation down, say, to about 45 or so minutes. So during this presentation, we'll give you an introduction to trading, not just the foreign exchange markets, but also commodities, indices, cryptocurrency, as well as talk about how to set up your own e-commerce business. Now, at the moment, we're living in unprecedented times where thousands, if not millions of people around the world are currently in furlough and may have lost their job. We have businesses around the world that have become bankrupt or about to become bankrupt due to what's happening within the economic conditions. So what we currently do ourselves is that we are traders, and also we run e-commerce businesses, which means that we do not pander to the demands of the economy. Foreign exchange trading, Forex, is actually a green economy, which means that it does not matter what's happening outside in the markets. We actually create our own economies and are able to function regardless. At the moment, it's made no difference to us, the economic conditions, because with foreign exchange trading, we can trade regardless of what is happening outside in the market. Now, in its simplest form, foreign exchange is the transfer or exchange of one currency for another. So let me give you an example. If you were to go to the USA from the UK and change your pounds for your dollars, you will have taken part in the foreign exchange market. If you were to go back to that same exchange at a later date or time and make the same transaction again, you may be offered a different exchange rate. It's this difference in the exchange rates, this volatility in the market, that we as foreign exchange traders utilize to profit from every single day, Monday to Friday. There's a bit of overlap on the weekends, but generally foreign exchange is a 5-day-a-week market. Now, a little bit about myself, going back a fair few years. I was always told to go to school, work hard, get a good education so I could get a good job. And that's what I did. I went to university for a very long time, had my portfolio of degrees that I left with. Generally, I was in the top 5%. And when I left university, I started my first job. And in all honesty, I absolutely hated it. I hated my first job. And I decided on the first day of my first job that I will not work for anyone ever again. Now, obviously, I had some loans to pay, debts to pay from university, and I stayed in that job for a few months. But after a few months, I resigned and I bought an airline ticket to Australia. At the airport, Heathrow Airport, I was looking through the book aisles and I came across the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by a guy called Robert Kiyosaki. If you have not heard of this book, please make a note and ensure you have a pen and paper with you, as we'll be dropping golden nuggets as we go throughout this presentation. So I came across the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I bought the book and I actually read the entire book cover to cover on my flight to Australia. So I read the entire book on my flight to Australia. When I came back to the UK, I became a property millionaire within 3 years. And that was my introduction to entrepreneurship. And that is when I started my own businesses. Now, if I fast forward to today, I was in property for a fair few years. I still do have a property portfolio. But when I came to foreign exchange, going back to what my mentor said to me, a fair few years ago, he said to me, Dr. Jav, if you want to be rich, if you want to be affluent, if you want to be financially free, you need to do one of 3 things. And he mentioned the real estate market, so properties. He mentioned e-commerce, and also he mentioned financial services. And I've been very privileged, very lucky that I actually have my hands in all 3 of the above. So I'm involved in the foreign exchange markets. I'm involved, obviously, financial services, real estate market, and also I have several e-commerce businesses that I run also. Now, if you look at the screen here, that is a pie chart of the cash flow quadrant, which was introduced to me by Robert Kiyosaki. This basically tells you that 95% of the world population is broke. 95% of 7.8 billion people, which comes to 7.4 billion, give and take, are broke. It's the 5%, the business owners, the investors, which make up a bulk of the market. If you want to be financially free, you need to be in the 5%, because the 5% make more than the remaining 95% collectively. Now, when I saw this for the first time, I did not believe it. However, unfortunately, this is true. The 5% composed of business owners and investors make more than the remaining 7.4 billion people all over the world. Now, again, foreign exchange allows us to be within that 5%, and also obviously having our e-commerce businesses, we also fall within that 5%. Now, again, when it comes to foreign exchange, I've explained giving you a brief introduction to Forex. It's just the exchange of one currency for another. There's different types of trading that you can do. For example, you can scalp the market. You can be a day trader, a swing trader, or a position trader. When you're scalping the market, you're coming in and out of trades very, very quickly, sometimes within seconds, sometimes within minutes. When you're day trading, you will not hold any overnight trades. When you are swing trading, you may hold daily trades or sometimes even trades for several weeks. Position traders tend to hold their trades for much longer, weeks, months, maybe even years. In my particular case, I do a bit of all of the above. Now, the foreign exchange market is huge. It's absolutely massive. And when this number was first given to me, I did not believe it. In foreign exchange, up to $6.6 trillion are exchanged every single day. Up to $6.6 trillion every single day. Not every single week, not every single month, or every single year, every single day. Up to $6.6 trillion are exchanged via Forex. A trillion is a 1 with 12 zeros at the end of it. It's a very, very big number, trust me. Now, again, my mentor said to me, Dr. Jav, this was before I started trading. I did not even know what Forex was. I was familiar with the stock market. I dabbled in the stock market prior, but foreign exchange was completely alien to me. So my mentor said to me, Dr. Jav, how much money have you made on your money in the last decade? How much money have you made on your money in your bank account in the last 10 years? Excuse me. So I thought about that for a few minutes, and then my response was a big fat zero. Historically, interest rates have been very, very low. Henceforth, you've actually made close to zero on your money. In fact, interest rates today are around 0.1% or thereabouts per year. So you're going to make close to zero. In fact, you are making a loss. If you have a bank account, you are making a loss because of inflation. Okay? The pound, dollar are worth less today than they were last week, last month, last year. And this trend will set to continue. Yet, banks will continue to make over $1 trillion a day collectively. Banks, Barclays, HSB, Santander, Royal Bank of Scotland, Nationwide, banks collectively make over $1 trillion every single day, and they're making it from your money. So whether you like it or not, you are already doing foreign exchange. And that was the golden nugget for me. That's when I decided that I did not want my banks to keep all the profits from my money. Cheekily, I'll use the word cheekily, banks are using our money to make their trillions. So is it not about time that we did exactly what the banks do? With foreign exchange, that is what we do. We do exactly what the banks do, and we keep our fraction of the profits. And even a small pie of $6.6 trillion every single day is enough to keep you going for several lifetimes. Foreign exchange is a 24-hour-a-day, 5-day-a-week market. There's a bit of overlap on Saturday and Sunday. However, generally Monday to Friday, you can trade foreign exchange. You can also trade using leveraged money, which means that the broker will lend you some capital and you can exchange and trade on that basis. And again, this means that your profits are higher and also obviously your losses if that is the case. But again, we have a system available that I'll share with you, if you let me, that will show you how you can make between 75 and 85% profit on every single trade that you place. In addition to foreign exchange, we also do digital currency. Now, it does not matter who you are, where you are. I'm sure you've heard of the term Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the first digital currency to the market. It was conceived in 2009, and it's been around since 2009. At that time, the price of one Bitcoin was just a few cents, 1 cent to around 10 cents or so. In December 2017, the previous all-time high of Bitcoin was achieved of $20,000. Just a few weeks ago, that all-time high was smashed to smithereens, and we had a new all-time high of almost $41,000. Today, the price of Bitcoin is sitting around, I'd say about $35,000, $36,000. So we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to hit $50,000 within a few months. $50,000 within a few months. If you have not invested in Bitcoin today, you need to start looking at Bitcoin. However, just bear that in mind, that Bitcoin is one of almost 6,000 other cryptocurrencies in the market. We have Ethereum, Ripple, Dashcoin. We have so many other cryptocurrencies in the market. Bitcoin being the largest is one that I prefer to trade. I also trade Ethereum. At the moment, the price of Ethereum has also hit an all-time high, and currently the price of Ethereum is around $1,400 or so dollars. So cryptocurrencies are huge, and cryptocurrencies are the way forward. More and more transactions are occurring via Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies today. You can actually go out, buy cars, buy houses, and also buy certain services and products using cryptocurrencies, as I do almost every single day. So we don't just trade traditional Forex market, we also do cryptocurrencies, we also do high frequency trading known as binary options, and also we have our e-commerce businesses as well. Today, e-commerce, as you no doubt know, is huge. More and more people are working from home all over the world because of the current situation that we're seeing at the moment, and more people are jumping into our organization and learning from us, not just how to trade, but also how to run their e-commerce businesses. One format or one idea that we have is that of drop shipping, and we've been doing drop shipping now for several years, and to be honest, it's a very successful model whereby you don't ever hold your own product. So obviously you've got your eBay. If you were to sell maybe your mobile phone on eBay, you actually have your mobile phone here and you will post it out to the customer who eventually buys it. When it comes to drop shipping, you will never actually hold the product. The supplier will send the product direct to the customer. You just keep your take, your profit. It's a very good model whereby you can run into several millions of dollars of profit every single year. So drop shipping is huge. And again, it's a 24-hour a day, 7-day-a-week market. Now, the way we work is that we train, we teach, we mentor our students, our customers all over the world. Currently, we have 400,000 plus customers or students all over the world. Many of them are financially free. And of course, most of them are traders, and also a good few of them also run their online platforms. And the way we teach is that we mentor and we hold your hand and teach you from the basics up to advanced strategies. Whether you want to do your foreign exchange business or an e-commerce business, it makes no difference. We have live training sessions very much like this every single day. Once you join the organization, the platform, you will be assigned a mentor or mentors who will sit down with you every single day online and show you how to trade the most liquid currency markets in the world. It's live mentorship like this, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have up to, I think, around 100 plus trainers or mentors all over the world, which is why we can offer this service almost 24/7. When it comes to trading, one of our platforms is Harmonics that you will get access to. Now, Harmonics is a system which basically maps out the entry point, the stop loss, and take profit for every single trade that you place. The Harmonics system here is around 75 to 85% profitable, which means that 7 to 8 out of 10 trades that you place using the Harmonics system will be profitable. There's a little bit of analysis to do, which will teach you and show you how to do. And again, it's an amazing system and it does all the hard work for you. Now, whether you trade cryptocurrencies or foreign exchange, there's also the option to do commodities like oil, gas, gold, silver, and also, of course, indices, which form part of the stock market, like, for example, US 30, German 30, and also S&P 500. And we have apps for all of the above, which means that you can trade on the go. We don't need an office. We do not have to work from home. Many of our team at the moment are all over the world. We've got quite a few people who are currently in Dubai, for example, and it makes no difference where you're based geographically. All you need is a mobile phone and an internet connection. In the last few years, I've been to Malaysia, Indonesia, Australia, the USA several times, many countries in Europe and Africa, and I've been able to run my business effectively from my hotel or from the beach. How many businesses do you know out there that allow you to do that? Now, you may have heard this, but trading, or in trading, 90% of trading is actually in your head. It's mindset. Mindset is so important when it comes to trading. In fact, running any business. Some people say it's 99%. Let's say 90 to 99% of trading is actually mindset. As professional traders, we know this, which is why we have teamed up with Bob Proctor, who's one of the largest and biggest personal development coaches in the world. Again, you may or may not have heard this, but your income rare or seldom exceeds your personal development. So you need to be personally developed. You need to be in control of your mind and emotions, certainly when it comes to running a business, or certainly, definitely when it comes to trading. So Bob Proctor actually trains us once a week. We sit down with Bob Proctor on a live session where he teaches us to become, I say, personally developed, or in the right place when it comes to trading or running our other businesses. Now, to get started, we have several packages. And also, let me just mention, later on during this presentation, we are going to do a live demonstration on trading using one of our platforms, Vibrator. We may or may not be able to take some live trades today, but let's see what happens in about 5 or so minutes. To get started on the foreign exchange package is $235. The same is the case for the high frequency package, and also if you want to do cryptocurrencies. Now, my favorite package is the Elite Academy, which allows you to trade foreign exchange, cryptocurrency, indices, which form part of the stock market, and also commodities. To get started on that is $325. The monthly costs that you see there can be waived through our scholarship scheme, which I'll talk about shortly. If you only want to do e-commerce and set up your e-commerce platform, which allows you to work from anywhere in the world, then again, the startup cost for that is only $325. Now, again, to talk about the additionals that you can purchase if you were to go for the basic Forex package, we have, for example, Vibrator. Vibrator is our scalping tool, which we'll do a demonstration of shortly. We have Gold Cup, which allows you to trade commodities like gold and silver. We have Swipe Coin, which is an add-on that allows you to trade cryptocurrencies. But again, if you were to go for the Elite pack, you don't need any of the above, because all of the above are actually included in the Elite pack that I showed you earlier, which has a startup price of $325. Now, a little bit about our scholarship scheme. If you were to recommend 2 people to the organization and they were to join and start trading with us, or they set up their own e-commerce business via one of our platforms, then the monthly cost is waived. You are now on our scholarship scheme, so you've actually managed to learn how to trade the largest and most liquid currency markets in the world for only $325. Or you've set up your e-business for only $325. I don't know any other system out there in the world where you can get this much value for such a little amount. So the system we have is amazing. We have 400,000 plus students all over the world, and we've been going now for about 7 or 8 years. What I want to do now is see if my colleague is on the call. Her name is Mandy. She's a master trader, and I've been working with her for several years. She's not just my friend, but also my business partner, and we'll try and do a live demonstration on one of our scalping tools live right now. Mandeep, are you on the call?
Yes, Dr. Jav, I'm here. How are you doing?
I'm doing awesome, Mandeep. How are you?
Good. Yes, I'm very well. Welcome everybody to the call. Dr. Jav, that was amazing presentation. So it's really good to be here. So like Dr. Jav said, my name is Mandy. I'm from a town called Leicester, which for those of you outside of the UK is a couple of hours north from London. And I actually do Forex full time. I never in a million years thought I'd say that. But in answer to, I think someone's asked a question, Jackie, about you can learn this for free off YouTube. Yes, you're 100% right. But just to answer your question, the purpose of this platform is that Forex and the I Am Mastery Academy gives you the mentorship and the guidance. And this is why 97% of people who learn from YouTube or the free resources, they actually fail, unfortunately, because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know the entry points. They don't know when to sell, when to buy. And of course, there are a small percentage that do learn for free, absolutely 100%. But the reason why people partner up with this academy is because it works. It definitely works. I mean, it's like getting into a car for the first time without a driving instructor, which is super dangerous, and trying to learn how to drive. We all need an instructor, and it's exactly the same thing here, that you're learning with a mentor and a guide. I mean, I come from a corporate background. I worked in the corporate world for about 10 years, and during my 9th and 10th year, I got a bit sort of, agitated. I thought, you know what? I want to be in a position where I can create my own economy. Like, I don't want to rely on a boss for a wage. I don't want to have to ask him, okay, do you know what? Can I go on holiday? Can I take a day off? Can I, can I go on my lunch break? It just got too much. It got too much. And what we've seen out there, with the economy, whether it's upside down or going in or out or whatever's going on, the beauty about this platform is that everything is online. Ladies and gents, it is time to wake up, because this is the era of earning money online. I didn't understand this a few years ago. In my 20s, I'm now in my early 30s, but in my 20s, I was literally just working for a job. So, the boss said, jump. We were expected to say, how high? We were expected to clock in, clock out, do the extra hours, and work one whole year only to get a bonus after 12 months. And I thought, you know what? I fancy getting a bonus every day, because that is the kind of caliber that I bring to the table. I want to be able to, provide for my parents in their retirement. I want to be able to be the best of me whilst having the time and the money to be able to do it. So what qualifies me to come on this call to speak to you today? Well, within 15 months of this platform, ladies and gents, I managed to retire myself age 32 as opposed to age 68. Age 68 was what, Scottish Widows, our pension provider, one of them in the UK, had told me. And they said to me, look, you're going to retire at 68 years old on a pensionable income of, drumroll, £11,000 a year. And I was thinking, are you kidding me? £11,000 a year? Not happening. So this was a real wake-up call for me. Listen, ladies and gents, you might be in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. I don't know. I don't know if your job was taken away from you. Could you survive for the next 3 months, the next 30 months, the next 3 years without a job? And the key thing here is that what we're creating for you is a chance for you to be able to, understand how to, create your own economy, and you dictate the ceiling of your earnings, not someone else. Because trust me, it is scary when someone is saying to you, do you know what? Here's your job. Oh, actually, we can't afford to keep you next minute. We've seen a lot of that, the furloughs, the redundancies, whatever else is going on out there. But here, I'm telling you right now, this platform is amazing. So I can't tell you enough about it. I mean, I could go on forever, but I'm not going to do that. What I want to do is I want to actually bring on a couple of our students who have partnered up with our platform very recently. And also after that, I'm going to show you a live demonstration of one of our products. This is one of the products that I teach once a week with about 300 to 500 people. So more on that a little later. But first of all, I'm just going to check whether one of my ladies is on the call. So this particular lady, she's actually all the way from East London. She went to university and did the whole kind of, get educated, get a good job, stand on your own 2 feet. So she listened to her parents. She did all that. She then went on to work in a bank, but decided that she didn't like it. So she actually left that. And now she's working as a teacher. So Sangeeta, are you with us? Sangeeta, are you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, Sangeeta. Yes, we can see and hear you. How are you doing? You good?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. We can't really. I think the laptop screen's a bit low. Are you logging onto a different?
Yeah, just having a bit of. Can you see me now?
Yeah, if you just want to bring the laptop up to your face.
Can you see me now?
Yeah. That should be fine. You're just looking down. But anyway, it's fine. We don't worry about it. So yes, I was just telling everybody about you. And just kind of wanted to have a chat with you. I think I've spotlighted the wrong. Okay, there we go. That's a bit better.
Let me see if I just do it from the phone. Hold on. Okay. Can you? Is that? Oh, I've just done those things.
No, it's absolutely fine. So Sangeeta, tell us a bit about your journey so far. Kind of, why you decided to, come on board with this. What? Because obviously you're a teacher. You're working in the public sector. Things are going well. Why would you do something like Forex?
So I've been teaching for about 6 years now, and in the teaching, there's a lot of politics that goes on, and you put a lot of hard work and paperwork in, but you don't get paid enough. I've been, from a young age, I've been earning and saving for a mortgage, and it's took me so long. And since I've started with Forex and started to place live trades, I felt that helped me towards saving more. Also to become financially independent like everybody else, and to make my other dreams come true. It's amazing. A friend of mine's, Daniel, introduced me to this. And obviously Dr. Jav and Mandeep, who support me a lot, helped me get through this. And there was a point where I think I wasn't doing the best in the business, but now I'm doing really well. And that's all thanks to them. I do recommend people to join up. Don't be afraid of the fees and go for it, because it takes you places long term.
What would be your advice to people on the call that are just looking at this for the first time? Like, what would you say about getting on board?
First thing, don't be scared or afraid of the fees. And the second thing is that if you've got dreams and goals, I would get on it now, because rather than you be in a job like me and waiting years and years to save a certain amount of money, you can do that within days.
100%. That sounds amazing. So Sangeeta, we really appreciate you. So thank you very much for coming on the call. I'm just going to let me just get rid of your spotlight just a second. Okay, perfect, amazing. So ladies and gents, that was amazing. We had our our star student there. I think my other student is on the call, but I can't see her, so we might have to come back to her in just a second. But like she said, the monthly fees is something that a lot of people, that they say, okay, monthly fee, but listen, this is your tuition into something that can really help you. If your mindset is that a couple $100s a month is a lot of money, you probably do need to do this business, because the mindset is very sort of narrow in the sense that we're only looking at the cost, but the benefit of this academy is amazing. And I'm speaking from first-hand experience. Of course, I'm not someone who's doing this part-time. I started off doing it part-time, but now I'm doing it full-time, absolutely loving it, and life is good. Life is really good. So the next person I want to bring on the call, she's actually a mother of 3 children, all the way from Italy, by the way. So I don't know if Dr. Jav mentioned, but we are actually in 120 countries, this particular business, and she's all the way from Italy. She's a mother of 2, and her background is as an anthropologist. I had to make sure I pronounced that correctly, but I think I did. So she's all the way from Italy. So let's get her on this call. So Rosette, are you with us?
Hello, Mandy.
Hi, Rosette. How are you doing? Are you able to put your video on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fine.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm happy to be here today.
Yeah, well, it's great to have you here. Thank you very much for, giving up your time. I know it's your first time on a Zoom call, giving a testimonial, but can you give everybody sort of a 1-minute testimonial of, your background and why you decided to come on board with I Am Mastery Academy?
Okay. Yeah. My name is Rosette, and I live in Italy. I'm a mother of 3, and I work in like a receptionist in a hotel. So, I didn't actually love what I was doing, and I've been trying to see what kind of a thing I can do to have my financial independence like every other person. So fortunately, I got Carmi, a friend to be, and then she told me about this I Am Academy. So I was like a bit skeptical. I was afraid, I was not convinced. But with time, she made things easier for me to understand. So I decided to make up my mind that I'll give a try. So when I started, I actually wanted to know what this I Am Academy would take me to, because my objectives was like, I wanted to be a millionaire. How can I do to become one of them? I was looking for means how I can realize all of this, my objectives. So I asked her, are you sure if I concentrate on this business, I'm going to make it in life? I'm going to realize my objectives? She said, yes. Because naturally, I'm somebody who is really motivated. Whatever thing I do, I believe I always succeed in whatever thing I lay my hands on. So I said, wow, if I can actually concentrate on this business, I think I'm going to make it. So I just started, and I'm still new in the business. I just actually said, let me just be dancing and seeing where it takes me. But then I finally decided that really I I am ready. I am ready. I want to grow. I want to make it big time, and that's it. And
Wow,
that's it.
wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing, Rosette. Really, really appreciate your time. And yeah, there you go. There you have it, you know, all the way from Italy, a very motivated mother of 2 children. And she wants to make it work. You know, she wants to create her own economy. And Rosette, absolutely amazing. Really appreciate you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the part of the call where I'm going to show you some live trading. So Dr. Jav did mention that, you know, we have a product called Vibrata, and I'm going to show it to you right now. If you can see my screen, ladies and gents, then do put a number 2 in the chat box. If you can see my screen, put a number 2 in that chat box, and let's help you to take a trade. Okay, awesome, amazing. Olha, thank you, and Dan as well. Thank you, Rosette. So what we're looking at is this particular currency. This is actually Euro AUD, and this has been called in as a sell. You can see Euro AUD, the currency is displaying there in the top left-hand corner, and we can see it's a sell because it's got a red line next to it. So any trade on the scanner that's coming in a red color signifies a sell. Any trade in a green represents a buy. But this is actually a fresh trade. It came in 35 minutes ago. So again, you know, this is giving you the entry points. This is giving you the entry points, which is amazing. It's a product that's run on algorithms. So it's going to pick up the best time to enter the market. So what we're doing here is we're actually looking at 3 colored lines. You've got a red line here, a blue line, and a green line. You can see that all just there on the screen. So we're going to follow 4 steps, just 4 steps to take a trade. So do pay attention. It's very, very simple. And by the way, you do not need to know everything about Forex just to be able to take a trade. So let's have a look at this. The first question is there a crossover between the red and the blue line outside of the cloud? Well, quite clearly here, if I zoom in, you can see there's a crossover. A crossover means, if you look at my video, that's a crossover. The red and the blue line have completely crossed over each other outside of the cloud. The cloud is the purple shaded area. Okay, so we can see that crossover right there. So step number 1 is a yes, fantastic. Step number 2, the current price must be 10 pips below the cloud. Now, ladies and gents, the pips is actually the movement in the market. So 1 movement equals to 1 pip. So we're looking for a gap of 10 pips. So 10 movements between the bottom of the cloud and the current price. So if I get my ruler and measure from the tip of the cloud to the current price, we can see there is a gap of about 11 pips. We only need 10. So absolutely fantastic. Happy with that. Third step, the red line must be below the blue line. Well, clearly, very, very obvious again. You can see the red line here. Can you see that? It's literally below the blue line. And finally, green line must be pointing down. What is the green line doing as of this moment? It's actually pointing down. So this, my friends, is actually a valid trade. For those of you on this guest call right now, and I know there's a few of my team members on here, but this is actually a good trade for a sell. Okay, so if you were to get into this for a sell, your take profit, so your profit would be around 1.56301. So I'm going to actually write that down, keep a note of that. 1.56301 would be your actual take profit. Now, just before I hand it back over to Dr. Jav, what does that mean in terms of money? Like, okay, we caught 10 movements in the market, Mandeep, that sounds amazing, but what does that mean in terms of profiting? Well, let me just put this on the screen right here. What it means is that, you know, depending on the risk that you're putting on your actual trade, if you caught 10 movements in the market and you know, had £1 per pip as part of your risk management, you would make £10. Okay, £10 is what you would make once this price hits its destination of the take profit. If you had £10 a pip and you caught 10 movements, 10 pips, you'd make £100. How about £100 a pip and you caught 10 pips? You would make £1,000, ladies and gents. Now, we're not making any income claims here, just to be clear. This is just to give you a visual example of how the pips, the movements, equals to the money that you can physically make. So, I mean, look at the amount of hours that you have to work on your job before you can make a similar amount online. Look at it that way. How many hours do you probably have to work to earn your £10, to earn your £100, to earn your £1,000? Well, what if now you could earn it all online and you're not having to go into work or travel to work or, you know, answer to a boss? How would that make you feel? What could it do for your life? Could it pay for bills? Could it pay for your children's nursery fees? Could it help you to go part-time? Whatever it is, Forex can give you a lot of opportunity and it can give you a chance to massively win. It's certainly done it for myself. It's done it for Dr. Jav and several others who are actually doing this full time. Look, we all started part-time. we didn't know, is this going to work? Can it work? But now, a few years down the line, this is awesome. Let me tell you something right here, right now. I am doing this full time, as is Dr. Jav, and we're absolutely loving life. Listen, I've just given you a live trade. You can make money live. And by the way, I'm going to be doing it all day tomorrow for existing members. So thank you very much for your time. Once again, my name is Mandeep. Thank you very much. I think we've just had another question here. What is profit ratio in the trade shown? Across all the products, Gotti, the win ratio is about 75 to 80% plus. So that is across all the trades. For the trainings that we did last year, we found that the profit and the win ratio was about 85%. Okay, 85%, because we calculated it all, we had it all recorded. So this platform is definitely helping people to win. So hopefully I've answered your question. My name is Mandy once again. Thank you very much for having me. And Dr. Jav, back over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mandy. That was absolutely awesome. Thank you for that trade. That was, I think, Euro, Australian dollar. And that was a live trade. We do live trading every single day where we teach you how to trade. And all you have to do is plagiarize. Just plagiarize our trades, just copy them until the cows come home and you will make profit. And generally, as Mandy was saying, it's about 75 to 80% or so profitable. So 7 to 8, 10 out of 10 trades are profitable. Now, again, thank you, Sangeeta, for your testimonial. And also thank you, Rosette, for your testimonial. So we have people, trainers, customers, traders all over the world in 120 plus countries, and those were just 2 random testimonials that we chose today. So again, welcome back to the presentation. I'm just going to go back to my screen that I had on earlier and continue with that. Now, as I was saying earlier, we have an amazing platform, and if you want to waive your monthly fee, you can do so by inviting 2 people onto the platform, and thereby you'll be on the scholarship scheme and you do not have to pay the monthly fee. If you want to make an additional earning, this is purely optional. You can do so via the residual compensation plan that we have. Now, again, I'll just talk through that very, very quickly. If you were to recommend people to the FRX, HFX, or DCX academies, then the organization will pay you a bonus of $25 and $50 for the Elite Academy. Should you recommend 3 people, you are now classed as an IBO, an independent business owner, and the organization is now paying you a residual income. So for 3 people, you're now paying $150. Sorry, you're being paid $150 every single month. As a Platinum 600, 12 people in your organization, you're getting $600 and $1,000 when you have 30 people. Now, the amazing thing is you do not need to find those 30 people yourself. And again, let me stress clearly that this is only an optional extra to the trading, to the e-commerce platform that we discussed earlier. So 90% of people only do the trading or only do the drop shipping via the e-commerce platform. It's the 10% additional people that do this as well. Just bear with me, I'll turn my other phone off. So again, yeah, so as a Platinum 1000, you have 30 people in your organization and you're now being paid $1,000 every single month. This goes up to $750,000 every single month as a chairman 750. And today we actually have several people who are chairman 750s. How many people do you know working in jobs who are earning close to $1 million every single month? We actually have a 24-year-old within our organization who's making at least $750,000 every single month. We're living in, like I said earlier, different times to what they were before. Today, e-commerce platforms, and of course, trading is an e-commerce platform as well, because we run this from our phones, from our laptops, from anywhere over the world. But these e-commerce businesses are now taking over all over the world. Last year, a 9-year-old, I say that again, a 9-year-old made $29.5 million just by opening toys on YouTube. So last year, a 9-year-old made $29.5 million just by opening toys on YouTube. That again is obviously an e-commerce business, and that was a 9-year-old. How many 9-year-olds do you know that are multi-millionaires? Again, there's a 26-year-old who plays games online and he makes $14 million every single year. So we're living in times today that are totally different to the 60s, 70s, and 80s, where you may have been offered a job for life. Today we have these ventures and you can actually earn an amazing, amazing income online. And these income levels are, I'll say it's not different to what other people are earning within this organization. And again, we have an amazing platform used by today at least 400,000 people all over the world. Now, what you need to do now is actually speak to the person who recommended you attend this call, because 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the things that you did do. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Let's take that step today. As soon as you register, you'll be assigned a mentor, and will ensure that you succeed from day one. We have an amazing platform used by thousands of people, many of whom are now financially free. And again, we're living in testing times where many people are coming in their droves and learning how to trade and learning how to set up their online businesses. Again, my name is Dr. Jav. This presentation is also on YouTube. So if you want to share it with other people, please feel free to do so, and then get back to the person who recommended you attend this call, and let's get you registered. Let's get you trading from today. Thank you for attending. God bless, and I'll speak to you soon.